X56 is a dumbbell workout with 3 main goals: advanced get up in shin box training, mixing between a heavier and a lighter load, which I'll talk about later, and ultimately let's bulletproof the whole body, head to toe. No weak links in the chain. You've worked so hard in this program to get to this point. Very proud of you. You'll be done in 20 minutes, but I gotta break it down. So this is a single dumbbell workout, but I need you to have 2 weights, a heavier weight and a lighter weight. You'll be using the heavier weight to do a single rep within a minute of all the get up variations. You'll be using the light weight to do a double or 2 reps of that same get up variation. You'll be mixing between a heavy and light. Now, ideally, like a 50 and a 25 for a very strong person would work. Somebody else, maybe a 20 and a 10, or a 25 and a 12.5. But that's a good idea of how to contrast 30 and 15. Again, it's all based on your body size and strength level. I'm about 215, 220, 6'2", but doing this for a long time, and you're following my lead. So I'm going 50 and 20 with this sequence. So scale accordingly, all right? And when in doubt, if it's not perfect, you just want a heavier and a lighter option. What is this going to do? It creates what's called a contrast training effect. When you go slower and steadier with a heavier weight, and then you go to then a lighter weight, your nervous system is primed up and you'll be able to go faster with more control than you would otherwise. So we're taking advantage of this heavy light contrast, like basically running up a hill against that resistance and then running flat. Like, wow, I'm so much faster. Well, that's why, because of that contrast effect. So ideally, a weight that is twice as heavy as the light one, heavy light comparison, but you'll need both of these options to get the most out of this workout. But if it's not perfect, just do what you can to make it work. So you've done all of these get up variations before, but we're going through them again as a quick reminder. And again, you will first be doing 1 rep within a minute. You rest the remainder of that minute, then you switch sides and do the other side. So every 2 minutes, you are going back to the original side and either switching the weight or going to the next get up variation. But you do each get up variation in this exact order: heavy, then light, before going on to the next one. So we'll start with the back to belly. And again, because this is, we're on the clock here, you're not gonna spend as much time in the stretch position, but just a reminder here, we get here, fetal position, roll to your back, and then slowly work it over to the side here, come back out, eyes up at the bell, reverse it out, and then again, you can come a little bit quicker than normal on the get up sections of the workout, particularly when we're doing the 2 reps in just a minute. You gotta really kind of keep it moving here. And then I come down, all right? And then switching sides, I just roll over and rock it out. So that is the back to belly get up. Sit up, get up. More stability required, more ab focus here. Roll to your back, straddle the legs, big inhale to start. Drive the weight overhead, digging the heels down into the ground. Transfer over. And one thing to kind of work on too, as you get more advanced with your get-ups, just try to keep making the footprint smaller and smaller. Think about doing them in a phone booth. Slow inhale down. All right, and then I would either do another rep if I'm going faster with a light weight, or I'd right away switch and go heavy other side. Shin box get up. Now you can start from the shin box shape to make it easier, and it will take much less time to do each rep, or you can challenge yourself and actually get there through the back shape. So I lock in, move over, and then I transfer into the shin box shape. Stand it up, shin box it down. All right, and then right back to my get up. See the beauty of how everything kind of molds together here? And again, if you're finding that it's just too difficult for you to get those reps in within that time frame, just start from the shin box shape. All right, now we're going sit up to shin box get up. Again, you can start in the shin box to make it easier, or you can go through the back to stand pathway. So I roll back, but this time I'm going into the sit up shape. Exhale it up, plant, shift into shin box, stand up, inhale back down, shin box, return, transfer back into sit up. All right, and we're right back through. So man, there's so many connection points here. You're learning full body flow. And again, the stability demands are off the charts. Well done. So now the final sequence is just a basic back to stand get up. All right, the easiest version, we've kind of gone through more advanced versions or mobility focused versions. So now if you want, especially on the single rep option, I'm giving you permission to kind of really push the load here. How heavy can you go with good form and technique? So if I've been using a 25 and a 50, maybe I'm gonna push something like a 75. Personally, anytime I want, I can do a 100-pound get up because I practice so much with the light weights with perfect form. So that might be what I do here is I go with a 100 rep option and really challenge myself towards the end of the workout, but the choice is yours. You can go with the same load, or if you want, you can push yourself and see where you're at. One final thing before I show just the basic get up is padded floor. Maybe do this on grass or gymnastics flooring, just to give you a little more comfort being on your back the whole workout, or the knee positions on the ground, the kneeling positions, just as kind of comfort thing. So carpet is also nice sometimes, but the basic get up, right? So this is very straightforward, and the focus should be just as you get good at this, try to get one smooth exhale up. It takes time and practice, stuff we've been working on in the entire program, but big inhale to start. Think about being in a phone booth too. You see how quick I got up there too, right? And then try to get one smooth inhale down. All right, so push the load if you can, if you have the weight access on the single rep option, and on the double rep option. So typically finishing off here, all right, before I let you release you into the wild here with this workout, the single rep sets should take about 30 seconds, no more than 40 seconds, meaning you'd have 20 to 30 seconds and the remainder of that minute to switch sides and do that weight on the other side. The double rep options, each rep should take you about 15 to 20 seconds max. That means 2 reps would take you the same amount of time it would take you the single rep with the heavy weight. 2 reps light, 15 to 20 seconds per rep, it's 30 to 40 seconds for both reps. So the single rep and the double rep set should take about the same amount of time, leaving you just enough time to rest and transition as you switch sides. All right, so just pay attention to that as well. And if you find yourself going too slowly on the slower doubles or 2 rep sets, maybe the weight's too heavy, okay? And if you're going too fast, where you're getting your single rep done in, let's say, 20 seconds or less, maybe the weight's too light, okay? So just one more time reminder here. The single rep set should last about 30 to 40 seconds of each minute. Any less, it's too light. Any more, it's probably too heavy. And then the double rep set should take you about 15 to 20 seconds per rep. Double your rep speed here. Getting up and down fast without losing control or flailing. And if you can't get those done, if it's taking you more than 20 seconds per rep, right, you'll run out of time to switch sides before the next minute. So it's gonna take a little bit of playing with loads, but this is what it's all about. You wanna do some proper strength training with load, you need both heavier and lighter weights. Ideally, you should have a heavy, medium, and light option, 3 options, but this workout will work with just 2. Make your post-work report in the comment section below. And congratulations on accomplishing the get up in its variations. Quickly, just to remind you again on why this exercise is so important. There are really 2 exercises that predict longevity in research. One is grip. So if you don't have access to a pull-up bar that you can do daily hangs on, you're missing out, all right? The second thing is getting up off the ground and back, all right? When you lose this ability and you need to only be able to sit into a chair and you lose access to this down range and you don't know how to sit on the floor and get up, you lose quality of life. In fact, it's one of the biggest predictors of life expectancy. People that can't get up and off the ground, they live less. And when they're living, they tend to be in more pain, they don't have as much function, and they have not access to the full quality of movement that a good life should offer. So beyond the fact that this is full body strength, fitness, I want you to think it's hard when you're only I'm 41, so it's yeah, it's hard to think about doing stuff that's gonna impact you in another 40 years if we're lucky to still be here, but why not? Why not? As you get older, if anything, you have the wisdom to know that everything I do today not only can improve today, but it can set me up for a better future. This is what this movement does. It is methodical. It can be boring to people that like to get the sweets of fitness, constant fun, variation, all this stuff. But if you're talking about Who's fit? The person that can lay on their back and sometimes even start on their belly, the back to belly get up, and hold a weight in their hand and overhead and stand up and come back down. That's a person that has full body fitness. They have mobility, they have stability, they have balance, and they have from head to toe. And they will be less likely to be in a wheelchair later in life. And if God forbid you fall, you will have a systematic approach to get up safely. All right, make your post report in the comment section below. You're done in 20 minutes. Love you guys. Peace.
Go. Halfway. Go. Halfway. Go. halfway, go, halfway, go, halfway, Go. Halfway. Go. Halfway. Halfway. Go. Halfway. Go. Halfway. Rest.